10 Harry Potter stars and the untold truth behind them. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you're a fan of the Harry Potter books and possibly the movies as well, so that means that you probably know the actors behind the characters, right? Well, I'm sure that there's something that you didn't know about your beloved characters, and that's why in today's video we're going to be going over 10 Harry Potter stars and the untold truth behind them. Please, make sure to leave a like and consider subscribing, because if you do, you could get a shout out. But with that being said, let's get into it. Number 1. First of all, we have Daniel Radcliffe and the fact that he didn't actually like the Harry Potter books. Now, I know that this is surprising, especially because he plays Harry Potter, but when Daniel was first asked to play the role of Harry, he had never read the books and he tried to read them, but he didn't really like them at all. Surprising, I know. But don't worry though. Since being in the films, he's gained a love for the books and in fact, read all of them. He is officially a Potterhead now, but he never used to be.
Expecto Patronum!
Number 2. At number 2, we have Daniel Radcliffe again, but this time with something totally different. Did you know that Daniel can actually rap? And that he's pretty darn good at it too. To be honest, you probably have heard about this fact because when it came to light, it went pretty viral, but with a slight chance that you didn't know, I decided to add it to this list.
Really raw raps, rising up rapidly, riding the rushing radioactivity. Super scientific, sound, sort, thought, silencing.
Number 3. Emma Watson is next, with the fact that The Philosopher's Stone was actually her first ever film, and prior to this, she had never done acting. Seriously, not even once. And that's hard to believe because she was amazing. Although it seemed like Emma was destined for the part of Hermione, she did still have to do 8 auditions, like everybody else. But it's still crazy to think that this was her first acting role, and she had never done anything like it before. A lot of the other stars from Harry Potter had done something prior to being in the movies, and that's how they were noticed, etc. But for Watson, she was a normal person and decided to take a shot, and she actually got it. And that is how she became one of the most well-known actresses to date.
At least no one on the Gryffindor team had to buy their way in. They got in on pure talent.
Number 4. Another fact about Emma Watson is next, but this one is not quite as uplifting as the last. At one point, Emma wanted to quit, and she actually almost didn't finish filming for the Harry Potter movies. When the 4th film came around, Emma was really thinking about whether or not she could actually manage to do another 4 movies. Because things were getting on top of her and she was trying to focus on a lot of other stuff outside of having an acting career. But obviously we know that she never quit, and it was probably one of the best decisions that she's ever made, because look at where she is now.
You foul, loathsome, evil little cockroach!
Hermione, no! He's not worth it.
Number 5. Rupert Grint, at one point, actually wanted to be an ice cream man when he was a child. It was his dream job, so his first ever vehicle that he paid for with his money was actually an ice cream truck. I don't know about you, but I think that's a pretty cool vehicle to have. Not everyone would know this fact. Maybe you did though. I just thought it was pretty cool, so I thought I'd give it a shot and add it to today's list. Number 6. Another thing you might not have known about Rupert Grint is that during the 2012 Olympics, he was actually the one who held the torch. You know, that big, bright, glowing thing that people walk around and hold? Rupert did that during 2012, and that's something to be really proud of because not everybody gets to do that, clearly. Number 7. Did you know that Tom Felton actually tried to have a music career? He did actually release a few songs and EPs, but we never got anything too major, and obviously his singing career never actually set off like he presumed it would. But if you do a quick search on YouTube, or just the internet in general, I'm sure you'll be able to find some of his songs out there if you want to take a listen.
And I'll remember sharing lips with her. The coming weeks were to be a blur.
Number 8. Another thing that you might not have known about Tom Felton is the fact that he hasn't really cast off his acting career since being in Harry Potter. And most of the movies that he's been in have been massive flops, as they haven't really gained that much attention. He was in a thriller called The Apparition, but it never really got a lot of attention, so in turn, Tom didn't either. He has been in a few other things, but he has yet to prove himself as an actor. Even movies like The United Kingdom that were well received by critics didn't really do him any justice because he only got supporting roles and not main ones. Maybe we'll see more of him in the future. Number 9. Next, we have Alan Rickman, who, of course, is no longer with us, sadly, but it doesn't mean that we still can't talk about him. Rickman actually knew a lot about Snape years before anybody else did. In an interview that he did during 2011, he revealed that J.K. Rowling had told him the future plot details behind Snape, and that helped him to portray Snape a lot better in the movies because he had known about what was going to happen for years. So, he technically had years to practice. Maybe that was why Rickman portrayed Professor Snape so well, or maybe it's because he was just a great actor. To be honest, it's probably a mix of both.
But you were unsuccessful?
Obviously.
Number 10. Last but not least, we have a fact coming in from Matthew Lewis, who, of course, is most well known for playing Neville Longbottom in the Harry Potter movies. Would you believe me if I told you that Matthew actually stole the outfit that he wore when he played Neville in the final movie? Well, you should believe me because it's 100% true. After the filming for the final movie had finished, Matthew decided that he was going to steal the outfit that he wore, and to be fair, I don't blame him. But he did get some help in sneaking it off set, so it wasn't all down to him. But still.
Harry's heart did beat for us. For all of us. It's not over.
But that is all we have time for today. 10 Harry Potter stars and the untold truth behind them. Want a part 2? Let us know and we may comply. You never know. If you did enjoy, please leave a like and consider subscribing and turning on notifications. But we will see you in the next one.